So what's up, everybody? Let's see if I have everything ready to go while we're waiting for a few folks to come in. I used a new process to flash 3 switches already today. Yes, I switch everything you possibly can. I would definitely say if you have anything in the cloud, because you don't know, they could send new firmware tomorrow. And not that I don't think they will, but you just don't know. What's up, William? So I think I have a pie going. Yeah. So while we're doing that, yes, I will make the text bigger. I see that right now. And I should have opened this up before I started, right? I think we used bold like 18 last time or something. Maybe too big. There we go. So I have that ready to go. No energy left to mess with Tuya. Yeah, that's about I'd definitely say that. Don't have anything in the Tuya app, so um so one thing, I know we got a few Canada people and there's some Australia people. I see there's one Australia, this IoT Hoff. I guess that's Internet of Things Hoff. Um, I will be doing, which they had a vendor reach out and wanted to do a giveaway thing, but the codes are only going to work on Amazon US though. So it's just a some light bulbs that it's actually a light bulb that I did use with when that last week beating on with Tuya Convert. So yeah, I do still have a couple. I'm trying to reach for them. I thought I had more than that, but looks like I could maybe make some more. But I did have some two of the. I thought I had 3 or 4, but for some reason I guess I don't see. Only thing I have is the Tasmodo vinyl stickers right now. So maybe we could do those to the other folks, of course. So used to getting. I'm sure. But look, both the Wills are gonna gang up on me. See, I think that's the thing, that the Will twins from Canada, huh? So um, so yeah, we'll do the. I've got 5 codes for that, and I, it's one of the bulbs here. Let me find that bulb. I keep calling it the real food bulb, but it's like, I guess, Ria Fu. And there is a code if you did. It's I haven't compared it to the Aloha's ones that I like. I've got another 4 pack of Aloha's coming in. I ordered over the weekend, and of course, then as soon as I ordered it, I saw the next day they have like a $6 coupon with those bulbs. But this one, I do have this code as well. It's an Amazon code for that 2 pack I just linked, and it came out to like around $17 for me. So I do have one of those here, and like I say, we're gonna do a 5 of them for the 1 pack on the giveaway towards the end of things, and that's that I'm gonna keep calling it the real food bulb. It just sounds better than the Ria Fu. But it's actually a RGB WW, so you have the warm white and the cool white LEDs. So, yeah, I know, Will. It's no fun to call it Ria Fu. It's got to call it real food. You know I got to butcher up all the names, Will. Um, I need to put the desk. Let's see. I need to move that. The chat's going to be right on that thing, but it's kind of neat little bulb. Let's see if I can get it here in frame. Let's see. I'll put it on the full desk here in a second, and we'll mess with it, and we'll do it. Then we'll do a bulb in one of the bulbs I couldn't do before. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got 4 RGB LEDs, and I hope I don't touch it. And then you can see around the side it has the cool white and warm white. So I do have it really dim because of the camera, of course. Now, um, so of course you do get. Let me back this off. You can see they do have the warm on the inside, and you have the cool on the outside. So it is a 5-channel bulb. I thought it was a pretty good price for a 5-channel bulb, and the colors were, they weren't overly bright, but I've seen bulbs much worse. Like one of the ones I'm gonna do was pretty bad. So the low high, I haven't messed with the candelabras. It just seems like the candelabras, there's not a lot of room for those things. The the Lohas that I've I've liked, and I have them outside, and they're pretty bright. Um, let me see if I can find the thing for it. And even I've recommended to some other folks that don't even do like the home assistant stuff. They just leave them in the cloud, and it's they're like, oh wow, like I was using Philips Hue, and this is like what I'm gonna use now, and they're a lot cheaper, and yeah, see they're right now they're $40 for the 4-pack, and then you do get a $6 coupon. At least it comes up on mine. I know sometimes it makes a difference. Yeah, I I know they've had, like when I've looked in the let's see, I've looked at the candelabra ones. I do have a couple fans with some candelabras, but yeah, these right here, those E12s, they probably just don't have a lot of room for anything. I've never ordered any, and I've never seen any pictures. Nicholas, if you got any pictures of the top popped off of it, that'd be pretty cool to see. So yeah, so that's it's a decent little bulb. I do want to compare the real food ones to the Lohas. I want to put them side by side. I want to see that, but I won't get those Lohas until Tuesday, I think it is, to compare them. So, um, but I have 2 of them outside, and I usually just random colors every day. Hell, I'll break one open. They're just shell fodder. And see, why did Google even say, "Hey, I got it"? Might be a bad message. It's the word fodder in there is bad. I don't know. So, um, let me put the desk cam. So what's up, Mark? So it does have the cool white ones, and it is kind of flickering on the camera because I do have it really. That's just doesn't really flicker like that. But I thought it was neat. It had the little 4 little LEDs on them, and it is Tuya Convert. And I wanted to show. I'm gonna put a template up on the Blackadder website, and it's super simple. So you could use this bulb with. No, there's no IR sensor. You could use this bulb with anything, any particular firmware you'd want, whether you want to use ESP Home or you want to use Tasmota, whatever. It's just 5 PWM channels, much like the I'm gonna script the name. I know it's like the Fate bulbs, and those are 5 channel bulbs, but these are the just PWM. I've not checked the last 2 vids on Tuya, so this will work on the RGB switch. It probably will. I'm pretty sure that that should work fine. I mean, I haven't really heard a lot of issues with the new changes that were put in the past few days. And then when Will and I, or Tollbringer, if y'all know him as that, found out that putting the new version on Buster Lite on the Raspberry Pi, and boom, it worked. And I was like, I can't believe this. So I actually went back and got another micro SD card while me and Will were doing a voice chat on Discord. And so then did a brand new thing of stretch light on the Raspberry Pi. Did exactly the same exact steps as I did, putting the same exact branch, everything, and simply the bulbs would not convert. And then I shut it down. I flipped right back to the card that had Buster Light on it. Boom, the bulb went in a heartbeat. So, so then I was like, well, I know what we need to do. I need to spend most of my Saturday making a little short tutorial on hurry up and get this out there before things do get patched for folks. That because I know there were several people that had recently bought a lot of stuff, or they kind of came late into the game and they missed out on Tuya Convert 1.0, and they had some stuff stuck in the cloud. And then I saw even some threads on the Home Assistant forums and on Reddit. They were having issues with the Tuya component. You know, it just wouldn't show their switches, or it just would stop working. And I saw there were several commits. Well, just cut out all that nonsense and just go local, go ESP home, go Tasmodo on it, and just it solves all those issues. So let me catch back up and yeah, that's the same exact thing I saw, Mark. Yeah, and I see Will saying it likes stretch, so nothing wrong with having two micro SD cards for your Raspberry Pi. So yeah, it's super weird. Like, I don't get what the difference is with the different Raspberry Pi distributions on what did they do different. Is it something with timing and the way? But because you would think it pulls down the same dependencies and everything. But of course, I haven't gone through and compared everything. But hey, I just know it works. You put Buster on there, the sucker works, which is awesome. So, yeah, I haven't tried. I have since I've upgraded my Unraid box and I free up. Let's see. Now we're back. Should be back. I can see the thing hitting now. Unplug, plug in. That's exactly right. So I'm glad they put the plug on the side of the mic. I had that happen to me the other day when I opened up. I don't know why it lost it for some reason. So I normally haven't had this issue since I rerouted it. I think maybe it's Tuya hacking into me and want to shut me down, right? So for no further ado, let's get a bulb here. And if y'all haven't seen this, if you have seen it, you can take a nap, whatever. Let's see. We're gonna get the chat on top of the bulb, but no big deal. So let's unscrew this guy here. I'm trying to keep an eye. If the audio acts up on me again, I'll try something else. Let's go ahead and put this guy in here and watch it blow out the freaking camera. All right. So this was I've already built this one, and we'll do this Tuya Convert. Oh, I do want to move my. Well, we'll do it. I don't know if it. I hate to start pulling up different networks, and it might throw out the damn live stream. So, I want to move a file over that has already my Wi-Fi burned in. So let me throw it in. I have it somewhere. This is one thing I forgot to do. All right. Files. Hang tight, guys, because I don't want to start messing with it. All right, we'll delete the third-party bin. And we'll rename this guy to third party bin. All right. Able to flash RGB W bulb, but can't get some plugs to work. So I wonder if those, I know it may sound weird, Mike, but they may be or do you know they didn't work on the first Tuya Convert? Because one of my things I know we were talking about earlier was either run the previous build with Tuya Convert 1, or you can actually, if you, I know it sounds funny right now, and it may not be a good idea later because, of course, they may upgrade their firmware in a few days, a few months, or whatever. So if you're watching this way back, you know, that far forward, don't do this. But for right now, you may want to just go ahead and pair it with the app and hit check upgrade and get them to come up to Tuya Convert 2.0, and then possibly they'll pop in. All right, so start flash sh. Let's see what this guy does. Grab the phone and come out unfocused because I get too close to the camera. And vtrust flash. I don't always get this question from everybody. It's like, why have we got to connect to the, do we have to do anything? Do we have to do any special apps or anything? No, just connect with whatever you can. It just needs some other donor device, basically, and just connect to it. And let me pull up. I do have a smart plug on that thing. If I can find the window with it. Yeah, we'll drag it over here. And it is Delta. Yeah, it makes it easy to just do a smart plug with those. Yep, it's really going to blow out the, going to be blinking me crazy on the live stream, right? And putting so much glare on the screen. And let's give it a shot. And please stop soon. There it goes. Zimmy Smart Curtains. No, I haven't heard anybody doing those yet. I don't have any curtains like those, so the only type of things what I have in the house is a little, I guess, the horizontal Venetian blinds. Yeah, and these, I was having one bulb. It was going on the look stage, and that was around, look, now see, this one may be going on here, but see, it's going quicker now, Will, with these. Now, sometimes it goes to the scripts. You need to wait for the dots to go to around the scripts. So it really depends. So, I mean, I know if you did a lot of stuff on it, and I ran into it as well. I was like, oh, it didn't get to look, it failed, da-da-da-da. Well, if you just go on and let it go all the way to, like, if it goes past scripts, probably it's not going to work. Start the process over again. And just simply hit Control-C and then do start flash again. And then make sure your phone stays attached. So, and just like I showed in the video, this one is actually going to happen this way. You see the user 1? It's not going to work. If you did try to come down here and copy and paste this curl command right here, it'll tell you a message needs to be running in user space 1, which we'll go ahead and do it. See, it's telling you device is booting from user space 1. Please flash it to boot with user space 2. And so all you need to do is be sure and just copy this piece here and hit enter. And it probably is pretty quick, but I'll just go ahead and I will go ahead and wait for a little bit. So I'll read the chat right quick. Update the script to reapply, not wait for device like forever. So patience will pay off. Yep. Yeah, sometimes you do find it's a little bit about timing, and I do make sure and get it into pairing mode. And I know I was kind of talking a little bit, but I get into pairing mode and try to hit enter really quickly. And and that way it's it's still looking for it and they come through. No updates available and plug through Smart Life. Did you try? I know I said Smart Life too. Did you try the Tuya app? I don't know if it may have a different server or something. So I probably waited long enough, and then I'll do the third party bin. Now, one difference here, if you do the third party bin like I showed in the video, you're going to look for that Sonoff dash and the numbers in your Wi-Fi connection, and you can connect with your phone or laptop or whatever, or tablet, and you'll go to that 192.168.4.1. But I have a bin that I have my Wi-Fi already burned into it. So I just go ahead and sure enough, let me drag this over so I don't know if you'll be able to see. It might be real small. On Unify, you can, and this is sorted by uptime. I can see I have 10, 10, 1, 153. And I do put a web password on mine because I use the, and I haven't figured out the template for these bulbs. These are, I did play with them in Smart Life app, and the color is like horrible. So I won't even like tell you what they are. And I would probably not say the name right. I think Will said the name right the other night. AO Cocker or something like that. Sure, Dale, we just start over. It's not a problem. So, and I have one more left. And we'll fire it up again. See, Dale, look, I saved a bulb just for you, Dale. See? It still works, too. Good old warm white, right? We'll do another one. Just for Dale. We'll do the Dale flash, right? All right, make sure. And see, a lot of times I go back and do the start flash, and then even though that little bit of quick drop and everything, and my phone will drop the vTrust dash flash. So I've had that. And where's my Home Assistant? Delta. See, Dale's just trying to come in and get come get a code maybe to win a bulb. That's what it is. Now I didn't do any Fate bulbs. I only had one of those before. I did those way back. I did talk about the Riofu bulbs. You can look at Dale. I did scroll way back in the chat. There's also a code. You can get 2 of them for 17. They gave us a code, so it's, there you go. I'll paste the whole thing in case anybody missed it. So there's your checkout code. You can get 2-pack for like $17. And I think that's unfortunately only going to be for the US folks. And since I've been here sitting here talking, I probably messed up my flash. I saw it just flicker on me. Yeah, the one thing I did have, and it just went solid. So I think this one does take all the way to go to scripts. I'm here pointing at the screen. Y'all can't see it, right? Travis, you're an idiot. The Fate ones, I've got one of them. I had an issue with it overheating, and I know now they have there's a RGB WW table setting in Tasmodo, and you can force limits on the different color channels. So in case it actually hit it on the screen, and it forces the color channels to back off. And because I believe when I put a power monitor on it, I want to say it was like a 9-watt bulb or something. It was going beyond 9 watts, and they probably had some limits in the firmware itself. And now when we put Tasmodo or whatever on it, of course, it just doesn't have those limits. And I was getting, like, the ESP chip would stop responding. Like, the bulb would still work, but you couldn't ping it. And so that was a problem, I guess, with those. Now, we'll see if this one actually goes on scripts. Oh, went a little bit before scripts. See, just want to show off for Dale. That's what it is. So I don't know if they've maybe have corrected. I don't know if that's really a problem for them, but I don't think, is there any difference in the new, I know there was a different little model number people were talking about with those Fate bulbs. So, but I've heard they had good luck with those. You can abort one and redo. Nah, I'm not gonna. I don't know if I want to back out of a bulb. That just bulb, even though it's just a bulb that I've got a couple of them, but I'll back out under the device. I can hook up USB and flash. So what I want to do is I want to try to get one working, like put one of the stock firmwares of Tuya Convert, not Tuya Convert, Tuya Convert on the mine, to the Tuya stock firmware, and put it like on a Node MCU with a LED and say a button, and just have a little test thing when I can flash it back and forth. And now this one, you'll notice I don't have that issue it's already in user 2. So you don't need to run that that number 2 command. And I'm just going to copy the whole curl command and paste it. And I should be able to watch Unify come up here in a bit. So I saw my phone hook back up. So we'll see. So does Tuya Convert work on other bulbs? Necessarily don't use the smart. Yes, it does. There's several different apps that we were just talking about the LOHAS bulbs. They actually have a LOHAS app. There's several rebranded, just like they rebrand some other things. They have many companies, just like Will's saying, that use the Smart Life app. And typically when you look at the screenshots of the app, it looks just like the, look, there it is. Well, I'm talking 6, 7, 10, 10, 152. If you look at the screenshots on they'll show like the advertisements for it, it looks just like the Smart Life app. So in this version of 2, don't you see the scrolling hex code? No, they actually changed that actually a while back with one of the updates to Tuya 1.0. You actually just see a wget type screen. So I got a switch flash, but Zimmy. Actually, now I saw someone else saying these Zimmy smart lights. I want to say it was in my Discord. But just spent this morning. So you did get it. Okay. Because I thought someone was saying that they did get their Zimmy Smart downlights going. And I got to turn this bulb off here. I guess I haven't looked to see. I don't know if y'all feel like messing around. If I would just bore y'all to death. Go and figure out the pins on this bulb. Just check Tuya Smart app. The plug is up to date there. These devices that won't flash are taking SP10s. Okay. I know Will had some Tekken stuff, and I actually ordered some Tekken, and Will might have to correct me. He saw me order it. SP20s. It was a little single plug with the power monitoring on it. I think they were. Let me go look. Now you got me. They weren't too bad of a price either. The Zuzis. Let's see. Yeah, there was like 4. Make sure I got that right. Yeah, I looked at these. They had the. Make sure I can see my screen before I say these. Yeah, I ordered these to try to see on Tuya Convert. There was I think it's what I paid for them too. Was the 4 pack for 30? I think it was, or maybe it was 28. I know it's a couple of days ago. I ordered them, so I should get those in. So we'll see how those turn out to be. I think those do have the power monitoring as well. And I minimize my chat. So try and catch up. Teach us how to do pinout again. I've seen you do it once before. Sure enough, yeah, we can do that. Because definitely I want to turn this. So one thing I want to do with what I normally typically do, I try to stay away from a couple pins at first. And I'll stay away from like GPIO 0, the serial out, the serial in. I'll try to start like, and a lot of times you won't see them use 16 either, unless they're really desperate. So I start at, say, right in here at 4, and we'll just go through and do relay 1, relay 2, relay 3, relay 4, and this is about the time I go ahead when I'm doing it in a video and I go ahead and cut all this out and just jump to having like 8 relays already picked because it gets monotonous and I forget. I think I was on 7. Nope, I was on 6. And I do that all the time too. And I just like, so we'll go ahead and jump in here. We got a couple left. We'll do relay 7 and let's just see what happens there. I almost read that as I done off a mile away. I don't think there's a template for this one. There might be. I don't even see a brand name on the box, right? I got these. I don't remember. I've had them for a while, and I've been sitting on them just for Tuya Convert 2.0. So, so yeah. So let's see. So I start going through. And is this one should... Is this the one that doesn't... Well, this may be not the one. This one might be the one that I thought this was... Let's do this. I could have sworn this bulb was... I had it working PWM. Maybe I didn't even try. Well, that was that Riofu one, I think it was. Now that's cool, Steve. Definitely removing the Tuya app is an awesome thing. Wow. So these are not even showing. They might be a different type of bulb. Oh, let's give it a shot here. I don't see anything. They can't possibly be hiding RGB. Let's just see. I may be wrong. Because it's really just this. I think these are just RGBWs. Yeah, that's the 2 dots of rows because I had the font in big size and bold, so you could watch it on your on the video. Yeah, so this bulb is not... They must have a different chip in it. We can try to throw a template on it. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's going to be... Light bulbs. I think a lot of these are PWM. We can try the... we'll try the Fate Electric one. Because it has that little different chip in it. I forgot the name of it. We'll see what it does. If it locks it up, it locks it up. This is a bulb I didn't really care about. Like I said, I've been sitting on them for a while because they wouldn't convert. Yeah, that's not a bad idea to do a template of already set for 1 through 8 to do started testing. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, that's something. I don't know if you can tell it changed. That's very weird. I may have hit on something with it being PWM. The Tuya Discovery template, yeah. So now it's just got warm white on it. I may have messed it up. I don't think this template works with this one. So I'll have to mess with that one. And let's see. Here you can see it a little bit better now. It looks like, oh, this bulb is just going to be warm white around the edge, and it's got some colors in the middle. Yeah, so definitely not a bulb I'm concerned about. I don't like not too much on the warm white. Even if you want some warm white, a lot of times even with the cool white ones, and you can mix in a bit of color to make them warm, but it's just difficult to make color out of into the true, you know, like cool white. The Fate bulb was at Costco. I'd seen the list. Oh yeah, I do have one of those here. It's somewhere behind me, and and a template works great just on this. So, Fate, same thing. I know I'd mess it up. Somebody told me last time that what it was. I want to see what this one configure template. Yeah, the SM16716. I want to see why this is not. That's just weird. Now it has me wondering why the relay thing didn't work. But that's all for naught. So I'll deal with that later. And we are done with this guy. Yeah, we could spend all the nights on how to pronounce fiat, how you want to say it. So I want to make sure that Mr. Nightbot is running in here, because I know I had issues with that one time. So good, okay. So let's see, about 40 minutes. I know I kind of lost some of the stuff in the chat. Anything else? Anybody else wanted to chit chat about or do anything? Have any issues? Let me see if anybody sent me stuff in. Oh, okay. The mixed CW LEDs are nice. Yeah, that's what I liked about this. Now look, I thought my live stream had dropped because I forgot I shut down the thing. That's what I did like about this little Riofu bulb, that it does have bright cool white and warm white LEDs. Tuya video shows the Buster Stretch install with step by step. Absolutely. Let me copy the URL for you. I did go kind of quick, but pause, even slowing things down or going fast forward later when I ramble a bit too much. So you can pause things. Like I said, I did go a bit quick on doing the steps, because I knew a lot of people, a lot of us already knew how to do, like, you know, flash in a SD card and stuff like that. So I did kind of go through that quick. But yeah, actually I do have there's one thing I've been messing with that I do have. I know this is going to look weird because of the green screen behind me. Well, hell, I'll show it here. I do want to do another Sonoff RF bridge thing, because I've done a little different way with it. And also I did put, I did the ES Purina mod on this one. And let me get this bulb out the way and turn my light back on. Too many windows open. We'll cut that one out. There it is. Amazon took over my window. That's what it was. And I could have hollered out at one of the voice assistants, but I wasn't gonna be that guy. So I know my resistors look kind of funny, but I did the ESPurna mod on it. Let me show you right quick. ESPurna Sonoff RF bridge. They had a decent tutorial on how to do this one, and it's, where is it at? It's RF raw support. No, it wasn't here. Let's see if I can find it. Flashing. I'm trying to read too fast. And what this was, I was just trying to find out how you let, there it is, the direct hack. Here it is. Yeah. So they show you how to do it, and it does take a little bit of soldering on the board, and you have to jump. I wish my bins looked that nice, but they don't. But at least I made it. And I did flash ESPurna on it, and it does work pretty good. And I was actually able to send stuff fairly easy with it. And I know there was one that they did on ESP Home for it. I just preferred I tried both of them. I preferred the ESPurna one on it. And it just seemed really easy just to work with MQTT, where you just drop the payload, send the command, and then you pick it back up. So, so I do want to do another one on that eventually, because I have, so this is, of course, the Sonoff RF bridge with the mod on it. And, because I do have in Node Red, I do things a little differently with, because once you get so many devices, it just gets crazy. It says Anonymous is not reliable. What's not reliable? Doing the ESPurna one? Node Red MQTT, I just have a little bit of delay. Okay. Yeah, so I'll show you real quick if I can find it in here. My Node Red. I'll make the screen bigger once I get in here, so just hang tight. That's not too bad, and it's gonna, let me slide. Can I hide this panel? Yeah. Now, where can I find it? I think it's, oh, how about it's the one in RF Bridge, right? See Discord, Tollbringer. Oh, yeah. And oh, so you're basically I put ESPurna on it because it does it supports more codes than even like the Tasmodo does with that Portish firmware, and it's just more of a raw, and it's basically hooking up. If you look at that, I mean, I should have sent y'all the link to it. I'm just being an idiot again. So it's just basically dropping you, and there's all the RF signals go to the ESP8285, I think is on that one, and it just sends all the raw codes for it. So potentially, like, I was wondering if I could pick up some additional stuff, kind of like more of like a SDR type thing. So, and it's just another thing to play with. But right now I don't have, of course, I don't have it hooked up, but I like to do the right here. Let me drag this out the way because this is going to get in the way. Is all I do for the Sonoff bridge is I have it drop every single command. I know we did previously where I did like rules to, like, if the RF received is this code, then do this rule to go to this custom topic. Well, I did away with all that because it just got to be, you only have so many, of course. And it does get kind of hard to manage, even with TDM. Or if y'all want to see TDM, we can pull that up too. And some people don't have TDM. And all I did is put one rule in here. One rule to rule them all. And I'll copy and paste this here to the chat. If Google lets me. And you can put that in any rule spot. And what that does, it sends every single code to one MQTT topic. And then I just break out, it just subscribes to this one topic. I just call it RF Bridge All. And then I have a big master just branch. And I put in here's all the codes that I've done so far. And I haven't migrated all of them to here, but eventually I will, and just take them out of doing rules, just let Node-RED do it. And then once I come out of here, and then I just go ahead and do what I need to do with what that button does or what sensor it is, and just trigger stuff from there. It's I may go over and go to some custom topics, etc. So it just does its own thing. The only thing I don't like about doing that tele RF bridge result thing is because it's parsed in with a bunch of other stuff and it gets so sloppy and messy. I just find it so simple just to drop in and go to a clean topic, and that way it's all I'm going to get. I don't have any JSON to go parse, nothing like that. I don't get other things mixed into it, from other results. It's just so much easier, I believe. So I like the KISS principle on that. Just keep it simple. So let's see. So I talked about it, and I didn't know if you guys have seen it. So give me 1 second, let me pull it up and make sure I'm at the latest on it. So the few people that I don't say few people, I didn't mean it that way, so don't hate me. So your RF bridge, I have two RF bridges, Mark. I have an RF bridge deployed with Tasmodo on it, and then I'll have another one that I want to play with as ESPierno on it after I did that hardware hack. So I want to see kind of how that works out. Will drop the links we did talk about for the Proxmox folks. I think I have his link right here, actually, for doing before we get off the Tuya Convert thing. Now, I guess what else were you wanting to see? I don't have any 433 megahertz stuff to control. And hold on to that, Tim. I'll kind of show you something on that if you'd like. A little sneak peek. So this is Will's stuff right here, which I know he had help with whiskers and stuff. And I think they're trying to fold that back in, and he can probably ask more, answer more things on it. But he's got some documentation for all the Proxmox users being able to do Tuya Convert straight on Proxmox. So I haven't messed with it yet. Have a Wi-Fi adapter in Proxmox. I got to find my Wi-Fi adapter. So, but eventually I'll get to play with the Proxmox thing too, even being a Unraid guy. So, let's see. So this one, I know we've talked about it before. I'm checking to see. Let's see, master he applied. Let's see. I want to see when he last updated the branches. 14 hours ago on dev. So we're going to go play with dev. Okay. I think that's the one I have. Let me find my icon. So y'all, hold on one second. And I will answer that question, Tim. I saw that. So if I do forget, feel free to pop me upside the head. TDM. Let me do a fetch. And I'll bring it over to the side once it comes up. I can't change. I don't think you can change the font size. So I may have to change just the screen size to be able to see it. But I think I already have it set to bigger screen. Yeah, I do. TDM, I know a lot of you probably have used Tasmo Admin. I've had issues with Tasmo Admin in the past. They may have fixed some things with it, but Tasmo Admin beats on a lot of these ESP devices using HTTP calls instead of using MQTT. And some of my devices, they had like lower Wi-Fi signals, and then they were doing like power monitoring. So the CPU was already kind of high in usage. And then you threw an HTTP with it. Well, then it would make the ESP actually reboot. And so I know I kind of coined it as Tasmo Rebooter at times, because anytime I had it running, it would like reboot a bunch of my ESP devices. So this one doesn't, because they use uses MQTT, and I'm bad for that. I need to send y'all the link again. TDM GitHub. And I am using the dev branch here, and it does not run like on HASS.io or HASS.os or whatever on your Pi or Proxmox or whatever. It's actually just a Python script that you actually run on your computer itself. So it's pretty cool though. Once you do connect, and it allows you to pull up, and it all kind of stuff, and shows all the information on it. Like, so you can see that real food bulb there. Let's see if I can find, there's my RF bridge. And I'm probably not going to say all of I haven't played with it recently. But you can pull up like the web, you can pick a device, you can hit the web UI, you can pull up, this one I like is pulling up the rules. And so you can see this much easier to write the rules in actually here, because it does like do the color coding for you, and you can change the rules. See, that rule is empty, and this one has stuff in it. So especially when you get multiple rules in one rule buffer, it'll just drive you crazy. That's why one of the things I was talking about with the Sonoff bridge is throwing all those rules in there. It can get hard to maintain. This makes it a lot easier, is because you can just throw the rules in here, and you can also watch the rules. If like you're using like vars and memories and timers, you can watch the timers actually clicking along right here. So I thought that's pretty cool, being able to watch all that stuff in the rules. It's pretty cool. And it's like a tab type deal laid out, and you can have like you can go to the health, you can go to firmware, you can see like all the firmwares. You can go in here and you can clear the retained messages. There's tons of stuff you can do in here. You can configure all the timers, the template, the GPIO. Let's see. Configure GPIO. Let's see what that does. See, this one's actually showing the PWM all right here. So it just depends on how you want to do things. You can jump straight to the web UI, and it'll jump you straight into the web browser. So that's also pretty cool. But it's pretty simple to install. Just go to that page I linked, and I want to say he has it down here. So he has the commands right here, and you'll need Python 3 installed on your computer, of course, and then he's got the commands you can just copy and paste in, and then you do run it straight from to just run it from Python. And I actually have like a little script, just a little batch file that just kicks it off. That way I can just double click on my desktop. What's that, Tasmo? Oh, okay. I must be asking a question. Yeah, probably, Tim. You're probably talking about Tasmo admin, because it now you will see all the status messages, kind of like Tasmo admin, but you won't. I haven't had any problems with these devices rebooting like I've had with Tasmo admin. So TDM definitely does it. It does it different, and it it will give you a little bit of the status floods, but nothing crazy as much. And it does it over MQTT, which is less of an impact than HTTP, the way Tasmo admin I think was, or maybe still is, developed. So this is a little different, and you can go play around with it. I use it from time to time. I don't use it all the time, but it works out pretty good. Um, oh yeah, you want documentation for that, for Tasmoda commands on the wiki. If you look for RGBWW table, and I have it drugged too much to the bottom of the screen. And let me close. I don't need this guy anymore. And I'll make it bigger if we need to. So what this does right here on the RGBWW table, if it's out of 255. So like for example, this right here, if you send across and you just drop these in the console, I may have already closed that bulb, but if you just drop those in the console, and it will stop the limit. It'll limit that color. And so the color range, the order, make this bigger so you can actually see it. The 64, that's going to be, this was going to limit, like it showed 25%. It'll be red, green, blue. I want to say it's cold white, then warm white. Of course, if you have a 5-channel bulb. And that'll limit all of those, those particular channels. There is a very, yeah, there is cool. There you go, Will. There's also another command I was messing around with. They do call it the white blend mode. And one thing I did find, I thought the idea was great, because you don't get that lavender color. You know, and I know probably several of you are probably going, yeah, I know what that exactly is. When you pick the middle of the color wheel on, or tell your voice assistant, hey, you want white, it uses RGB to make white instead of actually turning on the white channel. And it's funny, I actually have some fake light switches in my voice assistants in different rooms, calling the reset light, and it actually resets those bulbs. Or down, I'm using down lights in a lot of rooms, the ZemiSmart down lights, and I want to set them back to white, because normally that's what we use them on, white, most of the time. So the only thing I found, once you limit, you can, what this does, it takes the white blend, will blend the white into the RGB, and it makes it and it makes it act like a 3-channel bulb. And it truly does, when you're picking the color wheel, when you pick the middle, it actually uses the white like it's supposed to, instead of trying to do RGB white. But I found it limits the white brightness for me if I got it calibrated right. But if y'all want to mess with it, I mean, definitely mess with it. Maybe y'all can figure out something more than I could on doing the white blend. I thought it limited it's pretty easy to do. They got a tutorial on to calibrate it and set your colors, and you just play with it in the color wheel. Now remember, if you do manually put this color light into Home Assistant, you need to change the configuration to be as a 3-channel light, because it drops that cool white or warm white. Now, of course, if you do put it in through auto discovery, you may have to do a set option 19 and turn it off and turn it back on. I mean, turn it off, then back on. So, but that's how you do that. So Tim had a question about the build I was doing. Look at that. We got the same thing, right? So I've throwing all the pieces together, and I guess we can show. Y'all want to see the pieces? Do you have? Oh, they actually have that on there. I will have all that along. It's someone else's. The other guy made this project, but let me back this up a little bit. So I've been testing it. It's a different. Now there's no Arduino sketch, but here's it all soldered together, and it is that solar. I know it's going to be a very shiny PCB, but basically, and where's my here? We'll they're not sponsoring any of this, but we'll use their pin anyway. So basically, what happens is there's a solar panel here, and it feeds in through here, and it goes into the charging circuit, which then of course feeds the battery, and then you got your D1 Mini, and this is a BME 280. And then you've got another I2C at the top. And actually I have right now a lux sensor on that. And then you've got your other pinouts on the side. Along with the other pinout. You've got pinouts broken out. You can see D3, D4, 8, 5, 6, and 7 that are broken out along with the VCCs. And those are going to be 3.3 volts, I believe. So, it's actually, let's see. I ordered the kit from PCB Way, and they come with everything except for, I ordered the whole kit, and I thought it was kind of easier. You can part it out. They got the instructable links and everything down below in that one. It does come with everything, except for the battery and the 3D prints. So the 3D prints, it took a while to do. I printed the Stevenson one. I don't know if y'all want to see that, if you want to show that or not. Y'all want to see that? That was that thing I was showing you the other day, Will. Will's busy probably. Do you turn? Yeah, let me go snag it. I have it on the other counter, so hold on one second. Let's see. I'm gonna put the camera on myself big, and will drag me up a little bit. All right. So if I can get this right, that's the top. It starts out with a bracket as basically the bracket that is a bracket that you put on, like, say, a fence post or something like that. And then, you can see this is all, there's a lot of air, because you want airflow. And there is like a set screw that goes in. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how many hours it took. So it's only the beginning of it, so just wait. Then you've got this bottom plate. I will let the camera adjust for exposure. And then you actually have, and I want to try to hold this all together. You actually have 9 of these rings. And so when you look at it from the side, and there's some plastic bolts that go through the holes. So you look at it from the side, you can't see light through it. So that's kind of the idea for dealing with the weather. But then if we did turn it up at an angle, you can see that it will allow for airflow to come into it. And you commonly may see these like on those digital at this time, Will, I hope. Is this goes like this, and I may have put the plate backwards, so I think I did. Yep, I sure did. So this goes like this. Then you've got a top that goes on, and the wires are for the solar panel that goes in it. And then that goes on the top here. And I'm hoping to try to finish this up and actually I want to put it out in the yard and test it. And then, I know it's probably blowing out. There we go. And then you've got the top that actually has the solar panel. That fits on the top here, like this. And there is if you need it, there is a Wi-Fi antenna that goes in here. That's why you use the Wemos D1 Mini Pro, because you can put the external Wi-Fi antenna. And then right up in the top, I don't know if we can see it without it blowing out the light, is this where the solar panel fits in and the two wires go down into it. So, and that's it. So it's and I did forget the board. Guess we forget to put the board in it, right? The board actually fits on. I didn't screw it to it yet. The board fits on this, and you just screw it to this, and you see there's little slots right here, and it will just slide. Well, if I fit, it's a tight fit, and you can the board will basically slide down in here and stay together. So, and then you put the top on it, and that's it. The big white hamburger, yeah. So, yeah, it took a bit of time to print all the pieces and stuff, but I've been debating. I wanted something outside my own temperature, my own humidity, and this will give me temperature, humidity, pressure, and then also I'm hoping. I think it will, and not you will. I think it will put the I'll find some way to mount that lux sensor in there, and to be able to do my own light sensor that'll help drive my outdoor lighting instead of using latitude, longitude. So, wow, I'm too big on the screen. Don't want my ugly mug up there too much. All right. So, big screen. We've been going for what? Right at an hour. So let's rock and roll. Yeah, but see, I wanted to make my own though. And it uses ESP Home, and you can put your own sensors on it. So you can change your I2C stuff. You can put whatever sensors. You can put multiple temperature sensors. I probably will end up putting another temperature sensor on it. And that way I can see if one starts to have discrepancies. And then really, just I want to have your own weather stuff. So what you trying to say, Will? 69 minutes. So I know I said at the beginning, and I have not tested these codes, but I did test the coupon code they sent. So I don't get any kickback from these guys or nothing. So, but they just sent a coupon code that was for that Ryofu bulb, and that's a 2-pack for around $17 with that coupon code if you want to. If not, yeah, that is one thing. If you guys, I started digging into that, Dale, is there's like some sort of epoxy on the board. Because I live in living in Louisiana, a very high humidity area. If y'all know a decent type of epoxy that I can spray on that board, because otherwise I'm going to get it shorted out with the dew and everything. I mean, feel free to send it to me. If it's something I can get, maybe, I don't know if I can get it locally or not. There's not too many there's not an electronic store. If you want to call Best Buy electronic store, I don't really call it that, but I probably have to order it. So feel free to send me some links, and you can, if you want to do research later, just send it to me on Discord or something. It'd be great. The best cheap Tuya smart bulbs. These I still have to go with my Lohas ones, but they have one issue: is you have to use ESP Home with them. Is those Lohas bulbs? That so those Ryofu ones I just did. Those are you can use Tasmodo because they're just PWM. But if you want to, so I really like these bulbs, and I have another 4-pack coming. Oh, so you just want white. Oh, that makes it even easier. I don't know. I would still say, I mean, the Lohas ones are pretty bright. That's most of the thing. You can't go wrong with most of the different bulbs on the different smart bulbs. The white are usually fine. It's trying to find one that has bright colors. And even though I don't use the colors too often, I do like to use I have random colors on my two outdoors that turn on at night. They turn red and blue and purple, and it just randomly picks a color through node red. But they're too bright. I mean, they're very bright. For indoors, I don't use too many smart bulbs except like in a lamp, and I use it for some automated lighting. I don't really use them inside like a main light in a room. But if I do, I usually have it tied to a switch as well. That way no one can turn that light off, so you don't get that issue. So it kind of follows that rule of I never remove functionality while adding functionality. So I'm not teaching anybody, oh, hey, no, you can't turn that light switch off because, and I know I'm probably driving the renters crazy right now, but you can't turn that light switch off because that's going to turn my smart bulbs off, and then I can't turn on my voice assistant. Well, I'll probably put like a light switch and disable it there, or maybe leave the relay on all the time, or just bypass it. And then the light switch, actually have Tasmoda send an MQTT message over to the bulbs and toggles them. That way you can still turn them on and off with the voice assistant, and you can still turn them off by the wall. You're not having to teach any of your guests, hey, don't use the light switch. So, yeah, and that is one thing. They're great if you don't have ability to get a neutral in the switch so some areas that you need to use a smart bulb. So I do, like I said, I do have. Let me pull it up before I say that. I do have 5 codes on those bulbs I linked, and it's just the 1-pack. And hopefully the codes will work, and they did not pull a fast one on me. And these are just for US folks. And so we're going to do, and I haven't asked them, hey, is it just, and they said, no, they're just going to allow for US. I'm sorry, Will and whoever else was out of the country. So if you want a smart bulb to play with Tuya Convert, by all means, let's see if we can do this. If it's going to let me. Active user. I hope Nightbot's not going to be stupid with me, because I did check to make sure the commands are in there. You shouldn't have to pick anything. And that should be an active user. And we'll make sure that everybody's in there. Reset. It is doing the thing, so it should put you in here in a second, which I should have checked this before I started talking about it. I figured it would do it. We'll give it a second. I know one time it was being stupid. One time it wouldn't even work for them. There it goes. So it's going to do enough people now. So we got one person in there. So I guess it should just do users active in the last 1 minute. It should bring everybody in there. So once they start with the chit chat. So I don't know how many people we even have left over in the chat. We've got 36 people. So you got a pretty good chance to win. So you just got to chit chat. Wake up. I know I've been making everybody sleep. So I'll get you to ship wall plugs and a bunch of real food lights to me. Mark it as a Christmas gift. I'll send you that. I should probably order those KMC wall plugs. Those are, yeah, we're doing a giveaway on a, you must have been sleeping, Mike. Don't hate me for being real now. That's just the way I am. I have a code I have 5 codes. So we're going to do it 5 times. So that's pretty good chance. What do you want to enter? It should just start popping your names up. So there might be a little delay here. I see we've got a few people in there. The KFC wall plug. While we let the list build, there is a, if you search for KMC smart plug, there's still they were $10 or something like that. And I saw they were back in stock. And they are Tuya convertible. And let's see. Yeah, y'all just keep chit-chatting and then we'll build the list up here. They are Tuya convertible, and the cool thing is there's 3 relays in them. KMC, KFC plug. There you go. Oops. I need a copy. That's the KMC, KFC plug, as we call it, right? It's got 3 relays, and it does have, there's 3 individual relays. This one's always on, and it does have one button on it, and it does have power monitoring. And I see it's right now, it's $11. So, yeah, so I've ordered 2 of them. And, and I'm sorry, I've ordered another one. I've got 3 of them. Yeah, for the KFC plugs. So, yeah, they're not called KFC, KMC, but we're gonna they'll go down in infamy as being the KFC plugs, right? So, users active. Oh, I gotta crank this up. Active in the last 15 minutes. That's what we need. I wasn't leaving the chat long enough. So, this is the look. Y'all got me changed up again now. This is the 1 pack on these bulbs. I got codes for 5 of them. So we'll, and I hope they do come through with it, and I don't send y'all some broken codes. They did send me a broken code at once, but they should be good, and we'll fuss at them, all right? So everybody in? That's it? I mean, everybody's gonna get a bulb, or we have everybody out of the country. You got dropped. No, you're still in there, sir. Good enough. I don't know if you got enough delay. I changed it to 15 minutes because I had slid it the wrong way. I wasn't reading the screen. It did 1 minute. So we got. You don't have to put any code, Will. You should just pop in. But see, look, you're in. I didn't put the mods. See, it's gonna throw you out, Will. You want to be in, Will? Oh, there's Will right there. So we got Art, Dale, George. We got David. Here's a list growing now. Everybody must have sent out the message on Discord and said, "Hurry up! Go to Travis's chat. He's throwing in some bulbs." Now this is just the U.S. people. I'm sorry if you're not U.S. I can't do. Maybe we'll try to do something with. If we want to do like the stickers or something like that, and yeah. So. Everybody ready to go? I know I'm going to keep running my mouth and everybody's going to be like, hurry up, hit the damn button. Hit the damn button. All right. So let's rock and roll. 1001, 1002, 1003. Oh, IoT Hoff. I think he was. I think you were in Australia, weren't you? I think what I can do is I'll send you those two of those Tasmodo stickers. So because I can't the unless you really want the code, somehow you're gonna get this bulb from the U.S. I don't, or if you know someone, that's up to you. You let me know. Hit me in Discord. Hit me in Discord, and we'll do that. I need to make notes of my stuff here. Uh, Otherwise, I'm gonna forget who's what. Um, he should show up. It should just show active in the last 15 minutes. Will. All right. So we got another one. We're doing it 4 more times. You got George Lindner. Thanks for being a sub from what? Actually, yesterday. Pretty cool. So that's George. And definitely hit me up on Discord. And that'll get you one of those Riofu bulbs. And then you can, I did say it right, Riofu. That way you can play around with stuff and see how it works out for you. And then we'll do another one. Yeah, definitely thumbs up or thumbs down. I always say that, right? So Sir Good Enough, he got one. Look at that. Sir Good Enough. And we got 2 more. Oh, did I hit reset? Nope. So hopefully it should not pick it again. And roll it. Why is it being... Oh, it's right there. RL. So we got Dale and RL Owens. I don't want to hit it again. So we got 5. That's 5 of them. I didn't see if I saw what keep doing it till you get one. It only gave me 5, dude. I'd be having to give away some of my Aloha's bulbs. I don't even have them yet, right? I didn't see what IoT. We'll deal with that later. We may have an additional 5th code, but we'll see how that goes. So, like I say, everybody hit me on that did get one. Hit me up on Discord, and so make sure I didn't miss anybody. IoT Hoff, George Lindner, Sir Goodenough, Dale L, and R. L Owens. Oh, so yeah, no globe for you. You want to run the other one, and I can send you I'll send you those Tasmodo stickers if you want. So we'll do one more. And just don't hate me. They only sent me codes for US, unfortunately. And we'll roll one more time. I hope I don't hit it twice. So David Lackey. Definitely not lacking here, right? I'm sure you probably heard many jokes in the day, right? So let's see. David Lackey. And we'll put IoT Hoff is the sticker. Let me make sure and save my list before I close it. Save as desktop winners 929. That way I won't lose that. Very cool. Okay, so I'll get those. I can so some of y'all, if you hit me on, I have the codes right now, so if y'all want to hit me on Discord, I need to verify some of y'all's names are really the people in Discord. I just didn't think of that. Right? We thought of it now, right? So so what's yeah, so we'll you'll have to hit me up and we'll get the codes done, and I should get those out to you within the day. So all right, everybody, anything else feel free to hit us up on Discord. Me or Will's around, many others around. I appreciate y'all hanging out. We're right at an hour and a half. It's enough for me. And I appreciate all the sharing, subscribing, whatever it might be, and thumbs ups or talking, whatever it is. A very cool community. So I appreciate it. Well, y'all have a good evening or good day if you're on the other side of the world, right? Yeah, come to Discord, definitely. There's the link again. Discord's super simple to sign up. It's not hard to get around, and you won't not going to piss anybody else off. There's a lot of people will help you out and get Discord and get a feel for how things work and stuff like that. It's very cool. So, all right, well, y'all have a good evening, and y'all take care.